Standing start for the KZ2 class, 125cc, 6-speed sequential gearboxes. Certainly by far and away the quickest karts around the Hamilton Kart Club. Defending KZ2 class champ for the CIK Trophy of New Zealand, Ryan Grant leads early as we're on board with the second place kart, Daniel Bray. Up at the Karcher corner, Grant gets a great run here on Daniel Bray, and you can see how physical these karts are. And there's the gap. Ryan Grant leads Daniel Bray. Ryan Urban third. This big field of KZ2s. Again, a 21-lap pre-final. And throughout the weekend, all of the classes have had 2 time trials, a series of heats to determine the grid for the pre-final, and the finishing order in the pre-final sets the grids for the final. So if you win the pre-final, you start off the pole. If you're second in the pre-final, you start out of grid position 2, and so on. Ryan Grant continues to lead from Daniel Bray. Urban under pressure here now from Jason Lee, who got passed up the inside of the Karcher corner by the current national champion, Taranaki's Nicholas Kaiser. So that's the battle for 3rd, 4th and 5th. Ryan Urban, one of New Zealand's best superkart racers. Of course, had that fantastic win at Laguna Seca in California. The Superstars of Superkarts victory, holding off the might of the factory teams in the US with a privately funded New Zealand team. Oh, Urban would snap oversteer. Kaiser ran up over the back of him. Takes to the grass. He keeps it off the barriers, but he's lost a heap of ground. 86. Alex McLennan goes by and we're back on board with Daniel Bray. And just out of shot, that was Ryan Grant. Problems there for Grant. And that part of the track, you'd have to say that was an engine failure. So the race leader is out. He will have to start from the back of the final. Daniel Bray now leads. Current 2NZ TM-powered Arrow chassis, as the battle for 3rd now becomes a battle for 2nd as Jason Lee makes contact there. Running the Cunningham family CRG. He was right in that battle for 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th. Kaiser making up that lost ground after he went off, and now Jason Lee's going to play catch-up. Graham Smythe looking to go down the inside of Ryan Urban. Urban holds on to the position. So we got Arrow Chassis 1 and 2. Marinello 3rd with young Graham Smythe. Racing out of Kartsport Auckland. Then it's the Tony Kart here, the 1NZ of Nicholas Kaiser running back there in the 4th position. Jason Farmelo trying to force the issue there with Kaiser. More contact through that group. As McLennan slices up the inside of Farmelo to pick up the position. That'll be for 5th. Ryan Urban sideways gets passed up the inside by Graham Smythe. Some of the best racing of the weekend. Pacific Kart Sport, KZ2. Daniel Bray still leads as Kaiser goes down the inside of Urban. Picks up the 3rd position now, the current national champ. Very physical karts. It's a very physical kart sport track here at Hamilton. 865 metres long. And these drivers are circulating in the high 36-second range. In the 37s again, Urban locks up the rear brake sideways into turn 1. Someone just up ahead drops a wheel off. It may have been Urban. You can just see the left rear with the discoloration of dropping that wheel off the track as Jason Lee goes up the inside at Clubhouse. Turn number 4. Urban stays there. Gets the pass back before the pit complex S's and the drop down the hill as Lee's going to sneak up the inside here at the Karcher corner. Not happy. Maybe thinks that Ryan Urban's just blocking ahead of him. He's gesturing to the officials as the race up front continues, but Jason Lee's got other problems. Jason Lee's got problems here. It sounds like he's knocked a pipe off. Maybe it's come off at the header. So that's the end of Jason Lee's race in the CRG number 7. We're back on board here with Daniel Bray, the race leader. That's lap traffic just up ahead. John Jackson in the 27. Daniel Bray out of the Karcher corner. This is the final lap and he's got a problem. Well, some issues there, and Graham Smythe's going to sneak through on the kink and take the checkered flag. Daniel Bray's race is over as Smythe wins the pre-final. Urban second. So Graham Smythe picks up the pre-final for KZ2. Nicholas Kaiser second, Ryan Urban third. The big story, Daniel Bray and Ryan Grant both having to start off the back for the final.
Pole for the final is always good, but there's Ryan, who had a problem, and Daniel also had a problem, who are going to come through, and there's also Nick and everyone else. It's really close racing.
Talking about close racing, I think mid-race you're in a big battle for second, third, or third and fourth at that point. Yeah,
it was tough. Bit of blocking going on, but you've got to go around that during a race, and it's just something you got to do.
So in your position on pole in the final, you just got to go for it?
Yeah, pretty much. Try and get a good start and break away early and hold the gap.
You came through from a grid 6, I think it was, through to second place.
Yeah, it was quite awesome actually. Like halfway through I got caught up with Ryan, start 6, get to about 3rd or 4th and go back to 7th and able to work my way back up, to 3rd, but hard luck to Daniel on the very last lap.
Big massive battle you had there in the middle as well with all sorts of people.
Oh yeah, that was one of the best battles I've ever had really, because you give an inch, you take an inch, but if we gave one more it would have ended in tears, and the boys didn't do that, so it was one of the best races.